This negative feedback's got me changing how I run my eBay store. We're going to get into some what's olds and a whole bunch more. You guys want to do some what's olds? Let's do some what's olds. I just have my box of things that I'm about to ship behind me, so I'm just going to go through those real quick. This, I picked up the same day as that, and I'll put a picture up so you can see it better. Same day as that Toy Story 3 shirt. I picked this one up. And so it was, essentially I paid $3 for it. It's a vintage, made in the USA, Wilson. I mean, if Wilson's making it in the USA, you know it's vintage. Emmett Smith jersey. So I paid $3. Took probably 9 weeks or so. Sold for $40, free shipping. These books are, they're not by George R.R. Martin, who did Game of Thrones. They are a continuation of a story he started. They're wild cards. I paid 25 cents a piece for these. They sold for $21. I don't remember which side, who paid for shipping. This is the oldest item in my store. I've had it for 3 years probably. I know I picked it up at the Hope Chest for 99 cents, hoping it would sell for 15 bucks. Eventually it did. Eventually it did sell for $12.99 anyway. These are not VHS tapes. They are significantly smaller. They are Betamax tapes. And they were 60 cents with the VHS tapes in a local thrift store, and I wasn't able to test them, and there are no standout titles amongst these, but I had them listed for $16.99 plus media mail shipping, and this guy sent me an offer for $15 shipped. And so rather than responding to his offer, because I had shipping in separate, I just changed my listing and said, hey, I changed the listing to what you wanted, because I wasn't going to try to calculate his shipping and figure all that mess out. And I hate when people make an offer and then don't pay. So I left the require immediate payment on and put the listing at where he wanted to buy it. Just a little more, it's easier for me and a little better protection for me. Perry Mason. These are Perry Mason books. A lot of what I do with vintage paperbacks, these you can see are 35 cents. So these are old paperbacks. They're yellow edge and red edge, not just regular paper colored edge. And so what I do with a lot of those paperbacks is buy them super cheap and lot them together. Perry Mason is a character that maybe really young people don't know, but anybody my age and older would be very familiar with. He had 2 or 3 TV shows based on that character, and a bunch of movies and a bunch of novels. And so I knew that those would sell. I picked them up in a lot of books. I bought the whole lot for $5, and those sold for $15. And I think that's a pretty good way to make money. Buying a bunch of stuff for not very much money and selling it reasonably inexpensive. But those yellow edge vintage paperbacks, the red edge vintage paperbacks do reasonably well. It shows some sign of a quality older paperback. Delft. I don't know if that's going to focus.
I'm going to say no. No, focus over here, not on me. Is that helping? Delft.
Blue salt glaze, things with windmills. Not nearly what it used to be, but this was 50 cents. And it sold reasonably quickly for a teeny little... This is something I do not necessarily everybody would do. I bought a Pyrex collection from a guy, and I sold the Pyrex collection long ago. These came with it. These are shopping bags from Arlen's, which is a regional shopping department store that isn't around anymore. And rather than throwing these away, I listed them. I think I listed them for $11.99, and they sold today. They'd been listed for a long time, but I figured somebody would want them rather than seeing them get thrown away or recycled. They are part of our local history. They're a neat thing that was meant to be thrown away, and I knew that somebody would want them eventually. And they don't take up much space. They were just in the bottom of a box, and they're not going to get hurt shipping. They're not going to get hurt laying in storage. So I just let them sit there. They don't take up much space. Easy peasy. So here's the pile, all of my stuff and the boxes that I need to put it in. Here's my daughter. Say hi.
Hi.
Say love you.
Hi.
All right, so today is Wednesday. Let's talk sold things. This hat I picked up for $2, $2.19 I think at Goodwill. Sold for $19.99 plus shipping. It's got the thing still in the front. It's still got the cardboard on the inside, so I called it new without tag because it's bright white. It's brand new looking. This hat I got for 75 cents at a garage sale the other day. It is P Caps is the name of the company that makes that label. This is made in the U.S. I got two of them. One was corduroy and this one. And I sold, this one I had a couple watchers on, so I put $17.99. I sent an offer of $17.99 and it sold. It was $19.99. This is a neat hat. This is a St. Louis Blues hat, which is a popular team around here. A lot of people like to hate Chicago teams, so they cheer for St. Louis teams. We're halfway in the middle. This is a fitted large, but what makes it a neat hat, and I think probably helps sell it on the aftermarket, is that it's made from recycled bottles. That's from 47 is the name of the hat company. This sold for $23 plus shipping. Not great profit. And the other one that I sold that sold for $29, the specialty piece of glass that was with it broke. So I'm still going to have to deal with that. Did I make a poor decision putting these shoes just naked in this poly bag? They're little. They're in excellent condition. I think they'll be fine shipping. They didn't sell for much either. Lightsaber. I want to say it sold for $14.99 plus shipping. I don't remember. This is the last one of a bunch. I paid like $3 a piece for them at Target on clearance, and I made a bunch of money. And then I realized that I still had one left over, so I listed it like a month ago. This guy is a bad guy from Toxic Avengers, 1991.
I love this town.
Do you know why I love this town?
Because you own it?
Because it's the most polluted city in the world. And I, Dr. Killamoff, made it that way. Behold my evil genius.
Trauma cartoon, and it is made by the same people who make Ninja Turtles, but they're a little rarer because they weren't as popular. This, I meant to list for $9.99 plus shipping. It sold for $9.99 free shipping, so it sold quick. And there's this shirt, sold for $11.69. I paid like $2 for it, $2.48 for it the other day. And then there's a Colorado shirt that I forgot to pull out. I need to go get it. Sold for $12.99. And I picked that up while I was in Indiana, so probably 2 or 3 months ago. And I think I paid $2.99 for it. Here's a weird fun thing. I had a couple of viewer questions, so let me answer those. It's convenient because I'm dealing with these things, so not only do I get to show you what the questions were, but I also have to do the things to answer them. Somebody asked me, what do you do if you're leaving and like you're gone for a week? What do you do about handling times? And the answer used to be you just set all your handling times to 10 days in the bulk editor, but they have recently changed to a new system where you can put your store on vacation mode, and it matters. There used to be a vacation mode that was like, well, we'll tell people that you probably won't ship on time, and then it would still ding you. That is not the case anymore. Now, you put your store in vacation mode. Okay, I don't know how to blur anything, so let's just try to use some restraint and not steal my identity. My eBay. Selling. Take you to the seller hub. My internet's real slow when I'm sitting outside. Say hi, baby.
Hi, baby.
Hi, baby. Real slow. I've been having some pretty good sales. I'm kind of proud of this. I listed 69 items for like $1,250 in the last 2 days. So then you scroll down here, and in this selling tools, the last option is time away. Time away. Schedule time away. And this is an interesting option. So you can choose to let people buy stuff, allow item sales, or to not allow item sales. So if I always choose allow item sales, because if somebody wants to buy something from me and wait for Monday for me to ship it when they buy it on Thursday, I don't mind having that extra money and work when I get back. So then you tell it when you're leaving, you tell it when you're coming back, and it puts a message on your store that looks like this. This is my brother's store. He was on vacation last week, and I took a screenshot for just such an occasion as this. And then it says you've scheduled time away. Bingo bango, just like that. And then I told you guys I would talk to you about how that negative feedback is going to impact my store going forward. And it's not just that negative feedback. I have seen probably a 25% rate of sales getting item not received and then having to refund or at least heavily apologize to a buyer over media mail. So I'm not going to use media mail anymore. If an item, like a book that I buy for 25 cents, if it's worth 10 bucks, then I'll sell it and do first class shipping. But I'm not going to do media mail anymore. So, you know, that's $2 or $3 shipping. But if I can get it shipped for $4.25 first class and it shows up reasonably on time, but some of this media mail taking 3 weeks, I'm having to refund people and then they get free product, which isn't really their fault, but it really isn't my fault. It's USPS's fault, and I can't make a claim if it does get delivered within 30 days. So some people have been reasonable. Some people have been not wanting their money back because they know it's not my fault. But still, I've got I would say 5 or 6 out of the last 20 media mail packages have been a mess. So I'm going to just discontinue media mail. And then I have to ship some stuff. So I have 8 items to ship. So just for the sake of argument, I'm gonna say all of them purchase shipping labels. I don't know how much of somebody else's personal information is about to pop up here, so I'm gonna just look at me during this part. So then if I go and just purchase all of these, they come up to $45 and I click review purchase. Now I have this screen and it just says all of these first classes, and there's no real information. It's just 2 priorities and 6 first classes. And then down here it says pay with pending payouts. And then it says change to PayPal. So if you want to pay with your PayPal account, you click here. If you want it to come out of pending payments, it's over here. If you want to do a 4x6 Rollo printer, you change that over here, or you can do whatever size printer you've got, paper. This screen seems like the kind of thing you just click through because it's useless information, but they hide some options in here that make this screen worth looking at. I've actually had 2 people recently ask me that question, how to change that option for pending payouts versus PayPal. So I thought it was important to address. My shadow's leaving. All right, well, all you cool cats and kittens, I think that just about does it for me on this particular video. I noticed that I showed you a big giant sales day and piddly nothing sales. So come back on Tuesday and we'll go over some of those what solds. Hopefully you found this to be useful information on this here vlog. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to like by clicking the thumbs up. Comment whatever you want to say. Good, bad, indifferent. A random number code. I don't know. Sometimes I get total craziness in the comments. And subscribe and tell all your friends. And check out Two Flippin' Puppets, because super fun show. Still in the works a little bit on getting the programs put out, but we'll get there, and it's super fun. All right, good night.